Should Christian content creators and churches try to create content that goes viral? Probably not. Let's talk about it. For many people in the digital space, the biggest win is having a piece of viral content. But going viral is not the goal. And if you are trying to go viral or are pressuring someone on your team to make us go viral, you might be missing the point. Our friend Michael Whittle shared this screenshot from a Christian influencer that captures this. First, I probably need to do another video about what viral even is, because while these numbers look nice, and hey, it's neat that they gained 1,000 new followers, good for them, I would argue this isn't going viral. Second, this just simply isn't the goal of digital ministry. The goal of digital ministry, I would argue, for ministry in general, isn't growth for the sake of growth. It's transformation. We should be seeking the spiritual transformation and well-being of the person on the other side of the screen more than we're seeking to have big numbers on our analytics dashboard. Numbers are good insofar as they show us that we're actually onto something. Steady growth is a good thing. We don't want to just be shouting into the void. But growth for the sake of growth isn't ministry. It's just platform building. Being a viral sensation isn't the goal. Long-term transformation is. Here's a case study. The Bible Project. Bible Project released its first video nearly 10 years ago, back in 2014. In that decade, can you name just one piece of content that Bible Project has ever produced that has gone viral? Personally, I can't think of one. I've never seen anything they've produced be endlessly shared, racking up a disproportionate number of views in a short period of time. I read their 2022 annual report, and it shows that nearly 165 million people engaged with something that they put out last year. But that impressive number still feels kind of small compared to the random videos that pop off every single day on TikTok. But here's the thing. Despite Bible Project's apparent failure to be a viral hit, the odds are that you had heard of them before you watched this video, and you've probably watched one of their videos or listened to one of their podcasts. They have so many supporters that they've recently started developing free seminary-level online courses. So clearly, they're a success. But it's not because they shoot for virality. In the annual report, their CEO, Steve Atkinson, wrote, "We're committed to the mission of helping people experience the Bible as a unified story that leads to Jesus." Not a number in sight. Their eyes are locked on a transformative goal. They want to help people. And I'm sure they have benchmarks that they pay attention to internally to know if what they're doing is working. But their success hasn't been from viral hit after viral hit. They only published 3 English videos last year. It's come through the steady drip of content year after year for a decade, focusing on their audience's transformation. Which brings me to the drip versus the flash. Viral content is like a flash. It's bright, it's attention grabbing, and it's genuinely helpful for finding a wider audience. But it's also here for a moment and gone the next. In fact, almost all content on the internet is here for a moment and gone the next. And that's the point. Being able to find that wider audience is why viral content isn't bad. It's good to be able to reach people with your message. And viral pieces of content can be helpful for drawing people to your newsletter, channel, website, profile, whatever, where you have other content that is designed to take people deeper. There's a big difference between viral content being helpful and it being the key indicator of success. Remember Kony 2012? Hyper-viral, helpful for brand awareness, but the organization and the co-founder couldn't hold the weight of the attention, and it all collapsed, almost overnight. They aimed for the wrong thing. The truth is that very rarely is someone's life ever transformed by a flashy moment or a piece of content. But more often than not, transformation doesn't happen in a singular moment, but in a steady drip over time. Which brings me to the drip. No, I don't mean your cool, flashy clothes. I mean your content strategy. We need to think of our content strategy more as a drip than as a flash. We shouldn't expect that a single piece of content is going to change someone's life forever, but that the slow and steady immersion in content has the ability to reshape someone's imagination and transform their life almost unnoticeably. This is much more akin to why Bible Project has been so successful. Between their videos, podcasts, articles, and the classroom, you can immerse yourself in their content until it begins to affect your thinking and imagination. about what it means to read the Bible and be a Christian. That's part of my testimony, and I personally know others who have had their faith positively transformed by immersing themselves in Bible Project's content for an extended season of their life. I'm sure you do too. I've also seen people lose their faith by immersing themselves in particular content for years. Again, mine included for a season, and I'm sure you know someone who has too. That's also part of the reason why when I wanted to compile resources for people who are deconstructing to help them reconstruct their faith, I didn't recommend 1 or 2 podcasts, but I curated a Spotify playlist with almost 200 podcasts, because one podcast isn't going to transform someone's life the way being immersed in a world will. To be honest, it's the exact same thing that used to make universities formative institutions. It was more than just the classes you took. You moved in, you lived there, you immerse yourself in the university's world. It's also why universities are struggling now to be formative institutions in the digital age, because social media is so much more immersive than universities. Instead of moving in, you take social media with you. Instead of willingly giving your attention for a hefty, and by hefty I mean crippling, price tag with high expectations, social media steals your attention for free and expects nothing of you. That's the reality that we're up against. There's a place for viral content, but it shouldn't be your goal. Transformation comes from slow drips over time, drop by drop. And as Christian content creators and churches, we're not trying to steal people's attention with no expectations. We're trying to transform people's imaginations so they are immersed in God's love and their lives look more like Christ's. Viral content just can't do that. But a steady, faithful drip of the good, the true, and the beautiful over the course of time might just help. Hey, if you found this video helpful, we are releasing new videos and new newsletters every single Wednesday. You can just hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything that Patrick and I are putting out.